Hello, welcome to New Moon Yin, Super Extra Yin, as we are here for the winter solstice. So we're going in. I would love for you to definitely have a wall or something. We're going to use it, and a blanket for sure. Something that you could roll. It could also be a towel. And the usual. I have like an extra layer of cozy on my mat, bolster, blocks, anything that you could possibly imagine you might need. And then we'll come to sit to start. So maybe you even want to sit on something. We'll be here for some moments. So it can be really lovely and helpful to lift the hips so that we can tilt the pelvis, give a little space between hips and knees. And then you can close your eyes down. Be curious if there's anything that needs to happen before this begins. Because we're here for a while and there's nothing worse than feeling like you need to be doing something else when you're doing something that's really good for you, really nourishing. So if you need to turn off a light, or if you need to make this space a little bit yours, whatever it may be, do what needs to happen in order for you to come full blast into this space. Can you rock your sitting bones around a little bit to feel for each of them, left and right, rooted and connected, searching for a neutral pelvis, and then pressing down into your sitting bones as much as you grow up through your spine, your side bodies. Relax your shoulders. And from here, we'll bring our hands onto the rib cage as we create some space. Yeah. That's what this is about today. We're feeling for space. We're feeling for the void. We're feeling for the in-between, right? That which we can't see very much. The solstice, the darkest day of the year, the most yin in the cycle. So, let it be that. So, hands wrapping around your rib cage, you'll feel your thumbs on your back body, your forefingers on the front side of your ribs. And now let's inhale for a count of 10. And as you inhale, can you send the breath wide? So inhale through the nose. And hold the breath. And as you hold the breath, can you feel your rib cage continue to expand into your palms? And then exhale. Just like that. Inhale for 10. Go wide. Hold the breath. Keep expanding through the rib cage. Even though you're not taking in any more breath, exhale. Inhale. Hold. Relax your face. And release. So you might resituate your hands, finding a different space to breathe into. Go wide. Inhale for 10. Hold. Feel the space in between your ribs, your intercostals spreading, opening, peeling back. Exhale. Again, go wide. Hold. Open through your chest. Keep growing space into the back and front body. Exhale. Again, inhale. Hold. And you sip a little bit more air in for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale all the way out. Take one more. Inhale for 10. Grow in your hold. And release. Relax your hands down into your lap or on your knees. Just notice. It works. Let's open our eyes. You know the deal. Anytime we move, let's move like we could move with no effort at all. So really staying in the liminal in between. We're going to come down to our backs, and as we go down there, let's take our blanket, and we want it to be as wide as the width of our torso or our rib cage. So you can fold it something like this, and then we're going to make it into a roll. And this is going to look different for everybody, but we want something that will give us sensation, but not necessarily somewhere where we can't breathe. And we'll use it in a couple different locations. The first space we're going to go is directly underneath of the armpit. As you come down to your back, situate yourself so that your arms can be open wide. And you want to get here and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I feel that, but I can still breathe. You might choose to keep your knees bent and your feet on the earth. You might choose to extend your legs long. You might crave to have something underneath the backs of your knees. It's okay. Take the time to set yourself up so that once you get there, it's a full melt. And can you feel yourself breathing around the props, almost like your rib cage is eating the roll of the prop? And with every exhale, can you drop back into this foreign piece of the architecture, and let it do the work for you. Let it push all of the breath, all of the stale air out. Using each breath as a means of arriving almost like with every round of breath, you're taking a layer off, shimmying out of something tight, something constrictive. Excellent work. Let's bend our knees if they aren't already. We're going to slide the prop just a couple of inches down so it's at the very base of your rib cage so you can press into your heels. Lift your hips and slide the prop down. Lowering your hips. Oof. And just notice it might be a different setup in the legs. Maybe you want your knees bent. Maybe straight in Shavasana feels good, but let's open the arms, open the chest. And again, be curious with these first rounds. As you breathe in, can you feel your rib cage wrap around the prop? And as you exhale, dropping back and into it. Every breath shedding a layer. Noticing if there's any holding at the back of the heart, backs of your arms, the palms of your hands. Stopping it all. And dropping any holding in your brain. Anything you're hooked into, you're looped into. Feel your breath fizzle out those connections. Bring anything, any loop, any story, any conversation that's not right here, this breath, this body. And for these last 2 breaths, can you send down and into the bottom back edges of your lungs. Okay. Bending your knees if they aren't already. We'll move the prop one last time as we lift our hips, sliding the roll into the curve of the lower back. And if that feels like too much sensation, you can lower it a little bit. Bring it underneath of your sacrum, the bony part of your lower back. Decide where you want your legs to be. Open up your arms. Take up space across your chest. And drop. Maybe use a little sound, a little rumble into anything that is resisting the still. Maybe it turns into a yawn. Open your jaw. Rise. Invite the prop into your inner architecture. Mold your breath around. Where can you still arrive? And feel your breath find your sternum, your breastbone, the very center of your chest. And you feel for the back side of your breastbone, so a part of your sternum that facing your internal world. And can you soften there? Okay, let's bend our knees, plant our feet, lift through the hips, and push the prop down behind the backs of your knees, or just slide it completely out as you come to lay flat in a Shavasana-like shape. Ooh la la. Really feel for the support of the earth. And in that recognition, in that acknowledgement, let it feel like conversation with the body, like, hey, babe, I got you. You don't have to hold any of it. You can give it all up. Hmm. Okay. Can you bend your knees? Take your time. Move so slow. We have a little bit of situating. Get us ready for this next portion. So fall onto one of your sides into fetal posture and then come all the way up. Ooh, go slow though, like super slow. Yeah. And we'll turn to face the wall, and we want to be like a shin's length away from the wall. So that might require you to move your mat, or you might just give yourself some support. It can even feel good to like have the blanket rolled for the curve of your neck, and bringing some sort of prop over to the right hand side. So whether that's a pillow or your blocks, or we're going to use them in a twist, just creating like a landing pad over here so that once we're down and situated, we don't have to keep situating. And then once you have that, let's come to lay down. So you see, maybe I'm about a shin's width away, and I'll come to lay on my back. And I get down here and I'm like, ooh, that would feel really good to have like something, oh, for my neck. Just like a blanket rolled is really nice. We'll do some situating. You can have both of your feet on the wall. And from here, we're going to move into a figure 4 shape. So I actually need a little bit more space. And to undo this, whatever is happening underneath of me. So left foot will stay on the wall and your right ankle will cross over your left thigh. And then open chest. Ooh. So your foot, your left foot can be anywhere that feels good. And we're just letting gravity take the right knee. Hmm. As we create these shapes, we are practicing yielding instead of forcing. This is essentially a practice of getting comfortable with that. What does it feel like when I'm comfortable with not knowing how, or not knowing why, or not forcing the path? The darkness of the solstice, we find ourselves trusting in the void, in the darkness of the womb, right? That precipice, that turning point, that pass go moment where we really feel how momentous and important the rest is, the dark is. And so much of this reprogramming and relationing with yin has been the understanding that I can rest without losing momentum. And that still to this day is the pattern, the dialogue that I find myself caught in. And anytime I practice yin, I remember my body, my cells remember the untruth, the power of rest, of still, of slow. And the space that creates for the seed, for the next step, for the guidance. Yeah, from here, can you cross your right leg further over your left leg so it's like you're sitting super ladylike? And already you might feel this in the right side of your lower back or the right side of your waist. I do. You could stay right here. If you're looking for a little bit more sensation, remembering we're looking for that 4 on a scale of 1 to 10, you might pull your thighs in towards your chest, anchoring your hands to your knees or your shins or your ankles. We won't be here too long. because it's like when we can't see, right, when it's dark and we can't see the way, our other senses get stronger. Right? When we're not able to actively see and envision the next step, the how to get there, the navigating of the path. When we shut down that necessity, we create space to hear for, to see, to receive in and from a different texture and a different way. Yeah. Your left foot on the wall, and slide your right foot onto the wall, and then extend your left heel up, your right heel up, maybe point and flex your toes. Bend your knees. Press your feet, lift your hips up and over to the left. Now we're getting ready for the twist. So your knees will fall over to the right off the wall, and your props are there, so it might feel good to land them right onto something, or maybe you want something in between your knees. Hmm. Ah. When we're in a dark place in our psyche, in our emotions, we might say like, I don't even know who I am anymore. Like I don't recognize, and we say it in a way that's like bad. It's so dark, it's so mysterious that we can't even visualize who we were, the suit that we were wearing, the expression of self that was. That's such a joy. It's such a joy when we stop attaching to who we expect ourselves to be. When we stop attaching to the idea that it's ever going to stop changing, that we're ever going to stop changing. when it's dark in our internal world. We strengthen the sense of feeling for who we are, or feeling for what's important instead of seeing that. And the hum into your heart. Blow something out. And the hum into the right front side of your rib cage. Breathe in and blow something out. And the hum into the back left side of your rib cage. Breathe in and blow. Let's tone through the belly. Easy does it. Maybe you even use your right hand to bring your left leg back to the wall. Ay, 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 your right leg back to the wall. Yeah, resituate your spine, reorganize yourself. Maybe even straighten your legs and just let your heels rest against the wall. Notice what you feel and where you feel it. And we'll bend our knees again. This time keeping the right foot rooted, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Open your arms, spread your wings, and drop. Relax your jaw. Space is in between your toes. Okay, let's slide our left leg over the right leg completely so we have this super ladylike cross, letting gravity take your left ankle. Now, this is plenty for me. I really feel it in the left side of my waist. But you might choose to gravitate your thighs towards your chest and anchor your hands on either your knees or your shins. Just remembering that more is not always better. Any kind of sensation is information. And softness often yields. Interesting results. Okay, be easy. Uncross your legs, left foot back to the wall. Hoist your proppage over to the left. Give yourself something to land on. Press into your feet. Bring your hips over to the right. And then knees go to the left. Ooh. Maybe something in between your knees. Or maybe now you're craving something on top of the body like a blanket. And also feel really good to bring something up against your hips on the back side, like your blocks or a pillow. There's more communication to the body, to the nervous system, that you are so supported, and that support translates to safety. It's safe to soften, safe to release, to rest, safe to receive. your time. Come back through center. And we're scooching ourselves now all the way up against the wall. So however gracefully you can do that, to bring both of your legs extended up the wall. Again, maybe something underneath the back of your neck or a pillow. Ooh, for this last posture. Ooh. Letting gravity really do its work here. Your legs sink into the hip sockets. Now, you may choose to stay with your legs up the wall. It can be really nourishing. You might decide that you're ready for your legs to come down. And whether that moment is right now or in a couple minutes, we are just transitioning into our final resting posture. Really take your time if and when you are moving. And if you're setting up for Shavasana, can it be like putting yourself to bed? It's not like a halfway thing. You want the maximum level of comfort. Now, for me, that's a bolster underneath of the backs of my knees, something covering my eyes and the top of my head, and also a blanket on my body. You want to feel warm and supported. Mm. And feeling your feet really heavy. Your heels. All 10 of your toes. Open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling your ankles, your lower legs, and backs of your knees open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling your kneecaps, tops and backs of your thighs open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling your booty, your hips, the whole pelvic bowl open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling your lower back, your waist, your belly open, nourished, and relaxed. Middle back, full rib cage, the very center of your chest open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling the back of your heart, your armpits, your shoulders open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling your arm bones, your elbows, and your lower arms open, nourished, and relaxed. Feel your wrists, the palms and the backs of your hands, all 10 of your fingers open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling your collarbones, your throat, the back of your neck open, nourished, and relaxed. Your jaw, both of your ears, and your forehead open, nourished, and relaxed. Feel your mouth, your cheeks, your nose open, nourished, and relaxed. Feeling both of your eyeballs, back of your skull, and the crown of your head open, nourish, and relax. Whole right side of your body. Open, nourish, and relax. Whole left side of your body. Open, nourish, and relax. Whole front side of your body. Whole back side of your body. The whole body. Open, nourish, and relax. Practice dying. Savasana.